Everyone online seems to agree that this new Supergirl movie is a disaster. But is it true, or are people overreacting? After watching it, I honestly don't think the movie's that bad. Now, if you're a huge Supergirl fan or you've read the comic Woman of Tomorrow, there's a very good chance you walked out disappointed, and honestly, I understand why. Because I think the biggest problem is not that the movie's awful, is that it was sold to fans as an adaptation, and the Woman of Tomorrow is considered one of the best Supergirl comics ever made. It was nominated for an Eisner Award, and the film is not faithful to it. So let's talk about what worked and what didn't work, and why I think some people are being a little too harsh on the film. The adaptation problem is that the comic is colorful, vibrant, every planet feels unique. The movie, on the other hand, looks much closer to Mad Max. Almost every planet feels dusty, dark, and worn out. Forget the comic for a second. Now here's where I think people are being unfair. If we stop judging it as an adaptation and judge it simply as a movie as it is, not as we wanted it to be, it's honestly not bad. Now, does it have downsides? Sure it does, but it's not nearly as bad as people are trying to make it seem. Now about Supergirl. She starts the movie drinking, partying, running away from reality, basically convincing herself that nothing really matters, that her existence doesn't matter. And that part wouldn't bother me if it were just the starting point. Problem is that the movie leans on that a little too much, making it too much of her personality. Messy hair, throwing up, drinking over and over, and that's kind of tiring. And ironically, the most interesting version of Supergirl for me was on the flashback scenes. Seeing her past, seeing her on Earth, seeing her emotional side, these moments for me is where the movie got it right. I honestly wish there had been more of that. Spending more time watching her, seeing things on Earth for the first time, that would have added more emotional depth. And speaking of emotion, the relationship between Kara and Krypto is the heart of the movie. Learning how they met, watching their bond. Now Ruthye. I know a lot of people are hating on her. I've seen people calling her annoying, saying she gets in the way, and maybe she does get in the way, but I don't think that rules out the good things about her. In the film, she's almost the opposite of Supergirl. She's responsible, she's focused, she's more serious, and I think that slowly awakens a sense of responsibility in Supergirl. So the dynamics in their relationship works, and it actually became a sweet part of the movie, especially on the scene that Ruthye helps Supergirl when she's under the effects of the green sunlight. Supergirl's not trying to save the entire planet. There's no giant invasion threatening humanity. The mission here is personal. It's all about her. She's trying to save her dog. But then gradually we start seeing flashes of the real Supergirl, who doesn't look out only for her own interests. Like when she helps free the kidnapped girls. Those moments reminded me of who Supergirl is supposed to be. Someone who chooses to help others not because she has to, but because it's the right thing to do. And honestly, I wanted more of that vibe. The villain for me is pretty simple. There's nothing particularly interesting about him. He's basically just evil. Lobo for me felt unnecessary. I was waiting for him to become essential to the story, but it never really happened. I also missed that one truly epic Supergirl moment, that glorious scene that feels very heroic. The movie never quite reaches that level. There's also one moment that stood out to me. At one point, Supergirl tells Ruthye that she shouldn't kill for revenge. Then later, she kills the villain herself, even saying things like, "This is for my dog, this is for that little girl." Basically killing for revenge. And I understand what they were trying to do in the sense that she was trying to stop Ruthye from becoming like her. But for a hero who's supposed to inspire people, we expect them to follow their own advice. So this felt like a contradiction. So here's my conclusion. I think the less attached you are to Supergirl and the Woman of Tomorrow, the more you probably will enjoy this film. If you watch it as its own thing, you're gonna realize there's a lot to like about it. It's honestly a decent superhero film with fun and heartfelt moments. But I do wish it embraced the hopeful, inspiring side of Supergirl more, especially by the end. But this is my take. Now I wanna know yours. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or do you think people are being unfair? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this review, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.